In this video, we're going to take a look at a question from the Algebra 1 New York State Regents Exam that was in August 2014. And the question was, if 4x squared minus 100 equals 0, the roots of the equations are what? So here I have the TI-Nspire student software. If you are using a TI calculator, you will be able to follow this lesson. I'm going to show you 3 different ways to find the roots of a quadratic equation using the TI-Nspire. The roots of an equation are the x-coordinates of the x-intercept of the function. So the x-intercepts are where the function, when graphed, crosses the x-axis. And the x-axis would be the horizontal line. So to start, click the On button on the calculator, and you can click Graph. So by far the most easiest way to find the roots would be typing in 4x squared minus 100, and we want to graph that. So while we can't see the full graph, that is completely okay. We can see the x-intercept is here, negative 10 to 10, and our roots are going to be this point where it crosses the x-axis in one spot, and over here in the positive direction. So 2 ways to do this. You can click Control T, and it pulls up the table. So we are looking for where the y value is 0, because that would represent the x-axis. So you can see that our first root is 5. To find our second root, you want to find the other 0 in the y column, or the f, the function 1 of x. If you notice, when we scroll down, we get positive numbers. And it keeps going at a steady rate. So we want to go back and check our negative. Usually, our roots for quadratic functions are positive and negative. So we had a positive 5. I'm willing to bet you that our other root is negative 5. And here it is. Now, that is one way to do it. So graph it, Control T, look in the table. To get out of the table, click Control T again. And we can find it an alternate way. If you click Menu, and then you click Analyze Graph, it says 0. So the original question was 4x squared minus 100 equals 0. So here, click 0, and you'll notice that we are looking for a lower bound. So this dotted vertical line, we want to put on the left side. Why the left side? Well, lower bound and negatives are on the left. So negatives are always a smaller number. So we want it on the left side of our possible root. So I'm going to click over here. Now we want upper bound. So we want something that is greater. Notice to the left, we don't hit the graph. So that does not make sense. Over here, it's already predicting negative 5, 0. If I click, we get negative 5, 0. To find the other root, we can do the same thing. Menu, 6, Analyze Graph. 1 for 0. Again, lower bound, we want on the left side, and then upper bound, we want on the right side. So we have 5, 0. So that is alternate way number 1, aside from looking at the table. And the last actually has nothing to do with the scratchpad graphing portion. So if we click the scratchpad over here under Escape, we can actually use NSolve or numerical solve. So if you click Menu, 3, Algebra, 1, Numerical Solve, it comes up as NSolve. So N stands for numerical. Numerical means number. We are looking for a number. Keyword number, not numbers. So because we are dealing with a calculator that is a computer, you have to tell it exactly what to do. So if we type in the full equation, 4x squared minus 100 equals 0, we are solving for x. Okay, so you have to put comma x because we want to know what x is. Click enter. You see that we get our positive root of 5. Now, we are dealing with a quadratic function. Quadratic functions have the exponent of 2, which means it has 2 roots. So how do we find that second root? Well, a cool little trick that you can do is you can do menu 3.1 again for nsolve, and we want to type in the same thing. 4x squared minus 100 equals 0, comma x. Now, if I do the same thing, I'm going to get 5. So that doesn't help us. If you click up twice, you can highlight this, click enter, and it copies it. Move to the left, and we can actually say that we want to set a parameter for x. So I'm going to say x equals negative 100. It really doesn't matter what that negative number is, but I want that function to be checked for negative values. So if I click enter, I get my second root of negative 5. So even though numerical solve is intended for solving equations that are linear, or with the highest exponent of 1, because it only has one root, there is a tricky way to find the roots of a quadratic function using numerical solve. So again, you can do just comma x and get 5, or comma x equals negative 100 to get negative 5. So I've showed you 3 ways to do this in the TI-Nspire calculator. I hope this helps you and builds some calculator skills or competencies. If you are really struggling with how to do it by hand, I would learn these 3 strategies because they can be applied to other questions, not necessarily quadratic functions. Numerical solve is a great tool for solving any equation possible. If you have cube roots or to the 4th root, you might have to break it down a little to get it into linear quadratic terms. However, that does not mean that you can't find a few answers. So our final solutions for the question, if 4x squared minus 100 equals 0, the roots of the equations are what? The answers would be x equals 5 and x equals negative 5. You would earn 2 points on that question because it would be a multiple choice question from the August 2014 exam. In particular is number 3. I hope you learned from this video. I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in any capacity, and have a great day.